Ladies and gentlemen, on the line, I have J-DOGG. What's up, man?
Man, what's going on with you, Dusty? It's long overdue, champ.
It is long overdue, man. Appreciate you, man. How's 2023 treating you so far, dude?
Man, you know what? 2023, no complaints, man. It's been a good, productive year so far. About a month ago, I was up here in this blizzard. I'm up here in these mountains now, man. And I was caught in this blizzard, so that was hectic. That was quite an experience.
Yeah, that's a whole change of pace, man, because you grew up in LA, but you just bought some property out in the mountains, and we just had that crazy storm, man. What was that like, dude?
Dude, something I would have never imagined I would have been involved in. Cause a kid coming from Compton, dog, to living out here in the mountains, I'm in Running Springs, and dude, we got here with 8, 9, 10 feet of snow.
Yeah,
I'm talking about 12 days straight. I'm standing in my front yard, my head is above the roof.
damn.
Shoveling my way out the front door. Outside 5, 6, 7 hours a day. Shoveling snow just to maintain so I won't be buried in. It was crazy, bro.
Dang. Long, far cry from Compton, man. Speaking of Compton, man, I want to know a little bit about your life. So let's take it all the way back. Let's go ahead and rewind. I want to know about a young Jay coming up. First of all, you grew up in Compton. Tell everybody, kind of what area in Compton you grew up in.
Well, a few areas, man. My mom and my dad, before they divorced, our first house was on McDivitt over there in Santana Block. And we had that house up until I was maybe around, I would say 6. And then we moved from there to Mayo, right across the street from Roosevelt Junior High, over there in Southside. That was our second home, my mom and my pops together. And then once they divorced, my pops relocated to Rialto, and my mom and my siblings, I'm the oldest of 4, by my mom and my dad. We were relocated to Seattle. We went out there with some cousins of ours, and we was out there for maybe about 6 months before we came back to Compton. When we came back to Compton, I was over there on Lime Street, over there off like Rosecrans and Atlantic, the east side of Compton. And that's where I was at from the 5th grade, pretty much on up until I relocated back out here to Rialto.
Yeah, I have fond memories of that specific area. My aunt lives on Fraley, so that was my second home coming up, man. I remember playing football on those islands, up and down those one-way streets.
Yep. Same thing here, man. A lot of fond memories of growing up over there. Now, I'm talking about before they came and cut down all the trees.
Yeah.
And there were just so many trees up and down the streets, man. I think they did that for the ghetto bird, man. People running from the law. They need that bird. They need the eye in the sky on people. And they started cutting down all the trees. But, man, we had a lot of trees around there, dude.
I remember, homie, and there's non-tree now. No trees whatsoever.
It's night and day now, man. I mean, I go back home now. I don't even recognize it no more, bro.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. Well, let's talk about what your upbringing was like. What was mom around, dad around? Talk to me about your young life.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mentioned Mom and Pop's divorce, man. So, once they divorced, Pops relocated. He remarried and moved to Rialto. Him and my grandmother, his mother, they bought houses literally right around the corner from each other out here in Rialto. And my mom's, it went downhill quick, man. It went downhill quick. She got caught up on drugs, and it was all bad. That's when we was out there in Seattle, man. That was a crazy experience. I mean, pretty much we was fending for ourselves. I could recall going to the grocery stores and we stealing meat, so we can take back home to eat, and stealing candy and whatever we can get our hands on, man, and stuff in our pockets just so we can, keep some food in our stomach, man. And at that time, I didn't realize my mom's condition. Like, I was real young, so I was blind to what was really going on. It wasn't until we moved back to Compton and moved in with my grandparents online, and that's when my eyes got open to what was really going on with my mom's, man. To when she come around, every time she come around, something missing, all the time. Whether it's money, clothes, man, food out the freezers and the refrigerators and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was hectic, dude. I grew up with a lot of anger, man. I grew up with a whole lot of anger. I was mad at the world at that point, dude. You mad, that the anger gonna come out some kind of way, and I got to ripping and running and all that kind of stuff. And by the grace of God, my auntie kind of stepped in and intervened, and she moved me out to Rialto with her. And that got me up out the neighborhood, and I started to see things a little different then. But yeah, if I would have stayed out there, man, it would have been all bad for your boy, man. I would have got caught up in that cycle like everybody else, so.
I'm glad Auntie made that decision, man, because we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Oh, man, penitentiary of the graveyard, man. The way I was going and where my mind was, and my heart was filled with so much anger, it most definitely would have been a bad ride for me, man.
Yeah.
At that time, before they divorced, both our neighborhoods that we lived in was Crip neighborhoods, Santana Block and the South Side. But when I started getting of age, where I started noticing what was going on in the streets, all that was over there online, dude. So, Whaley Junior High, everybody I went to McKinley with and all that kind of stuff. We all got older brothers or uncles who's everybody banging and whatnot. So, that's why I was growing up imitating and wanting to be like, When I moved to Rialto, I moved to an apartment building with nothing but Crips up in there. And to this day, those are some of my close friends. To this day, man. So that made me look at things different. You know what I mean? How can I go back home and be on the game, baby tip, and then I come out here and these are the coolest cats in the world? So I started looking at things different, man. It kind of steered me away from the game banging aspect of it,
Yeah. That's amazing, man. When I was coming up, I heard a lot about Whaley, and I don't know if some was urban legend or if all of it was true, but I remember so keep in mind, everybody, let me explain to my audience. Whaley is an elementary on the east side.
No, it's a junior high.
Oh, it is a junior high on the east side of Compton.
Junior high school.
Were they having riots like all the time and shit? Because I remember just hearing riots at Whaley.
Well, yeah, it used to go down. Like any other school, you gotta think. Going to Whaley, man, that's when Whaley was junior high, not a middle school, should I say. Because now schools start from, Junior high start from the 6th grade to the 8th.
Right.
The high school is 9th to the 12th. Back then, junior high was
5th?
What was it? 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Oh, 7th, 8th, and 9th, okay.
7th, 8th, and 9th. Yeah, so when you coming from elementary school, man, you go to junior high school, dog, the 9th graders look big. You know what I'm saying? The 9th graders look big. You coming from elementary, you the big dogs if you're a 12. If you're a 6th grader, you going to junior high, you starting all over again. So when I went to junior high, man, the cats was up there banging. Banging hard, and then there's always been stuff with, I can remember one time, like the Santanas went up there, niggas is getting down, and, you got stuff going on with the Mexicans, with the Hispanics and whatnot, but it was always something cracking. That just comes with it. It's a junior high school right in the heart of Compton, dog. So it's always something cracking. I don't know how it is nowadays, but I can say back in the 80s, it was always something cracking up there. It's always some kind of fight.
The 80s. Interesting time in history, even looking back, Reaganomics and the crack era. And it was just a very rough time, even for civilians to live in Los Angeles, let alone an active member. Tell me what you remember just in general about, the mid to late 80s in Compton.
Man, I remember things going down here real quick, bro. I remember things going down here real quick, like people's minds. My mind's been one of them. Good, honorable people, who become dope addicts, become dope fiends, man. And you go into people's house and people was like really without, man. Don't have nothing. And crackheads just walking around. It was like a gift and a curse, man, because it created a lot of money, created a lot of ballers. People was really having it back then. But at the same time, look what it did to the communities. Look what it did to the neighborhoods and whatnot. I can remember the first time I saw somebody shot, man. I was probably it was a boys' market.
We were just
Off
talking
of
about Boys
North Beach.
Market today. That's the second time I've heard Boys Market today. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was a boys' market, dog. It was a boys' market right there on Long Beach Boulevard, kind of where right next to where the Compton Swap used to be in that same
Mm-hmm.
plaza. And I'm with my mom's, one of her friends, and a couple of her sons. Dude, we walking into the liquor store. Now, I mean, walking into Boys Market. And right there, dude, we had to cross the eye, dude. And he landed on the ground in the middle of the parking lot, man, shot in the head. And I can remember him just like, help me, help me, help me. And I'm a youngster, man. At this time, I couldn't have been no older than, maybe about 10 when I saw this. And it's one of those things where you kind of get numb to it after a while, though. That was my first time seeing something like that. But it happens so much on the norm. It happens so much on the norm on a daily basis. Man, I don't even want to say you get numb to it. Because I can remember being a kid and being, dude, I'm scared. I'm scared to go places. Like, literally, man. Like, you walking around and I'm constantly looking around. And back then, you could tell somebody from the streets. They had that look. They had that attire to them. They had that appeal to them. Nowadays, you really can't tell, man.
Right. Everybody looks like everything, and everybody looks like the same. Yeah. Skinny jeans and whatever the case may be.
Man, cat with some skinny jeans in the backpack with twist your cap backwards, man.
Looking like you'll
never see that coming. But back then, you knew danger when you saw it. You knew it. So I can remember, man, just being out and about at places with my moms or whoever, dude, and just being scared shitless as a kid, man, because of the environment of what was going on in the streets of Compton, man. It was really hell on earth back then, dude. It was some hard times. It was some rough times.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, things are rough right now in LA. The crime is up, the homicides are up. But to live in the 90s, ladies and gentlemen, you don't understand. Or late 80s, early 90s, it was something different. Like I think in 93, we had upwards of 2,500 homicides in Los Angeles. That's unheard of. Compare that to, a couple years ago where you have like 600 or something like that. Still a horrible number, but 2,500 compared to 600, that's the 80s and 90s. It was a war fucking zone once again, even for civilians, man.
That's it. Oh yeah, because man, bullets don't got no names.
Exactly.
So and cats ain't going to shooting range and target practice and all that kind of stuff. Guns is easily accessible. It went from way back in the days. This is before my time, but these cats was packing, if anything, they have a 38 something on them, a revolver or something, to having semi-automatic weapons, bro. Squeezing off at that trigger, and whoever that bullet hit, 9 times 10, man. A lot of times you ain't even hitting your target. It's some innocent person who getting shot. If your target do get hit, somebody then went along for the ride with them. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was some hard times, man. Some real harsh reality.
Yeah. And this may be a little bit before your time, but I've had plenty of OGs on my show who said that that there were trains full. Going back to the gun thing, because we went from, like you said, it went from 6 shooters and 38 specials and to Uzis overnight. And there are theories out there, and many people have vouched that there were trains full of weapons just left in the middle of the ghetto, and people can just grab those weapons and go to war and go crazy.
I grew up hearing that. As a kid, man, about, trains, just left there on the tracks for days. Eventually, somebody gonna get nosy and hit them. Then once they got wind of what was going on, man, you think that's by accident, Dusty? Or is that by design?
Exactly. It's a project, man.
Come on now. Yeah, that's it. That's by design, man. Fill it there and flood them with drugs, flood them with the guns. Let's take away all the programs that's in school. Because I'm old enough to remember, man, going to school and still having stuff like how to be a welder, auto mechanic. Like all this stuff still exists in school, bro. when you can literally graduate from high school with a trade
Facts.
and ready to hit the workforce. All that stuff is non and void now. Why is that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Just talking about that again with my brother Dave, man. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, why is that? And that's not by accident. You know, like if people really want to help the youth and give them a leg to stand on and give them a head start in life, why take that away? Why strip that? Because a person learning the skill, they're learning the trade, they're learning the way to graduate from high school and be self-sufficient and going to the workforce. Don't have to be out here on the streets doing nothing stupid and taking penitentiary chances trying to make ends meet because, you know, you're giving him school the tools and the skills that he needs. So when he get out, he will have that. And to take that stuff away, man, come on, it's a wicked system.
I want y'all to take a look at that sign up there. See what it says? Cash for your home. You know what that is? Billboard. What are y'all, Amos and Andy? Are you stepping and he's fetching? I'm talking about the message, what it stands for. It's called gentrification.
Gentrification is something that we could prevent. While we sell grandma's property, it doesn't make sense. Then we blame it on white folks cause they come in and buy. We sell for pennies on the dollar so we can get high. Let's keep it real. Granny bought that house back in 75, right before grandpapa died, way before you were alive. She did it so a family could at least have a chance at the American dream. Think of what grandma done seen. What you call racism, grandma will laugh at you, dog. Grandma had dog sick on it cause she drank from the wrong faucet. But oh my god, you can't use that bathroom at the Starbucks, so that's racist, silly. Grandma looking at you from the grave like you think that's racist, really?
Nobody from outside bringing down the property value. It's these folks shooting each other and selling that crack rock and shit.
Gentrification is something that we could prevent. While we sell grandma's property, it doesn't make sense. Then we blame it on white folks cause they come in and buy. We sell for pennies on the dollar so we can get high. Let's keep it real. Granny bought that house back in 75, right before grandpapa died, way before you were alive. She did it so a family could at least have a chance at the American dream. Think of what grandma done seen. What you call racism, grandma will laugh at you, dog. Grandma had dog sick on it cause she drank from the wrong faucet. But oh my god, you can't use the bathroom at the Starbucks, so that's racist, silly. Grandma looking at you from the grave like you think that's racist, really?
Why is it that there's a gun shop on almost every corner in this community?
Why?
Tell you why. For the same reason that there's a liquor store on almost every corner in the black community. Why? They want us to kill ourselves.
Give us some early memories of the Compton swap meet.
Oh man, that was the lick right there, man.
It was. I got my financial aid check and blew it all at the Compton swap meet.
Man, the Compton swap meet, dog. That was the place to go. You know, so back then, the attire, this was the attire, dog. Nike Cortez, you know, Elite, Pumas, Adidas, all that kind of stuff. But some Cortez, dog, and Dickies are the cores.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Corduroys. So I would get my little fun, walk to the Compton swap meet. You know, I'll go do my school shopping, get my white tees and all that stuff on the Compton swap meet, man. OG, I remember back in the days, OG Daddy V would be in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Slinging his mixtapes and whatnot. Yep. And that was the spot to be.
I remember that, dog. Right in the middle. Like he was like in the middle away from the cars where he was right in the open. I'll never forget that too.
Yeah. OG Daddy V in full motion.
That's crazy.
That was the slogan on the mixtape. Yeah, no, that was the place to be. Like the Compton swap meet was like going to the mall. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it was a big spot. And it was kind of like a one-stop shop. Because whatever you wanted was in there.
Sound system.
You wanted
jewelry, tape.
It was in there. You wanted music? It was in there. You wanted shoes, clothes? It was in there. Like everything that you needed was in there. Now, if you was a person banging,
yeah,
that's something else.
Because they sold, for anyone who doesn't know, they sold everything from red rags, blue rags. They sold house slippers with red rags and blue rags on them. I mean, so yes, that's where it could have gone down at the Compton swap meet, and unfortunately it did. I never saw anything myself, but unfortunately I've heard situations where it just went down.
Yeah, and personally, I never witnessed any melees or been involved in anything up in there. But you hear the stories. I hear the homies. They come and they just ran into Wooty Whoop up there, and they just had to get down with such and such, and they went down with the Wooty Whoops and them. And yeah, I done heard all them stories, man. I only had one. I ain't gonna say it's an incident, and actually, this was during the time of the troops. Me and my couple of my partners that went up in there. I went to the SWAT meet, and we had just parked the car, and we walking in, and there was some cat in the parking lot, man, and dude was hurt, man. Dude was hurt. Like, he was crying, and he was real aggressive, and he mumbling something, but I really can't make out what he's saying, and he started walking towards us. And the security happened to be right there, and the security like, hey, like, come here. You know what I'm saying? They started talking to dude, and they told us to keep going. But dude was about to be on some bullshit. Whoever he was on some bullshit. Oh. And it could be one of those situations where, he probably lost a brother, just lost a homie or something. He wasn't feeling that peace shit.
Damn.
It could have very much so been one of those cases, but I know dude was hurt, man, because he was crying and he had a lot of anger in him.
Damn. Well, you know what? That's funny that you brought up the gang truce, because I want to rewind a little bit. We just passed the 31-year anniversary of the LA riots. 1992, April 30th, I believe that's the date, 1992. Talk to me. First of all, how old were you in 92, if you could do the math? Do you remember?
In 92, in April of 92, I just turned 18.
Okay, good age. All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Adult, fresh adult. So I was 12, so I was a little younger, so I didn't understand it until I got a little bit older. But that being, I was 14, I'm sorry. But that being said, what do you remember about what was bubbling in the street, whatever, before before Rodney King, got beat? What do you remember happened in the street before the riots?
So my experience, I wasn't there, Dusty. And I graduated from Diamond Bar High School. Keep in mind, I told you my auntie took me in.
That's right.
So when my auntie took me in, I moved out here to Rialto. I went to 3 different high schools, man. I went to Eisenhower High in Rialto my 10th grade year. I went to Fontana High my 11th grade year. And then we moved to Diamond Bar, and I graduated from Diamond Bar High in 92. So in the midst and the thick of what was going on in the streets, personally, I wasn't there. I was only there when I was going home on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? But during the weekday, Monday through Friday, I'm out there going to school. But what I can remember, Dusty, was dude, I've never witnessed a time like that. I tell you that much. Dude, to see all these brothers together on one accord. And I talk about we had all the parts, man. Because I used to go out there and go to the peace treaties and all that kind of stuff, And just to see, man, I'm talking about hundreds of people you wouldn't dare see around each other. All in one location, on one accord, all bobbing to the same beat. Man, I don't think we'll never see nothing like that again, dude. And it was genuine. Now, everybody wasn't with it. Because I know some
and
of my
you're talking about the peace treaty that started in Watts, right? And it spread out.
That started in Watts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the peace treaty. So when you say how it was on the street, that's what I remember would have been on the streets. Because when I wasn't there during the time of the trial and all that kind of stuff. No, I wasn't on the streets to really see it like kick off. Like even when niggas was rioting, I wasn't involved in no riots. But I know I'll come home and the homies got a whole bunch of shit.
Remember that?
They already been hit. You know what I'm saying? I come home, man. They got all kinds, man. They got rims. They got CDs. I mean, you name it. Whatever a person can get their hand on, they had it. Now I'm looking like, damn, dog, just miss all this. I mean, because it's like it's fun. Like you want to be a part of something like that because it's like it's fun, man. That's like that never happened before, But I used to go to the little peace treaties and all that, and man, it was a good time, man. To even see like Hispanics out there, dude, with the brothers or whatnot. Like it was a beautiful feeling, man, and it was an authentic feeling. It was a real feeling. And Watson, it started in Watson. They kept it going the longest.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the vibe was just amazing. And one thing I also heard was the police didn't really want it to happen, and they were starting stuff and doing things that, you know, kind of brought a lot of, you know, of the bad blood back. No pun, but and the media thought it was all a joke. The media was like, oh, well, we got one more day of them making peace. Let's see how long this takes. You know, they really weren't hopeful in it. But just to hear you say that it was just such an authentic moment is great to me, dude. Even though a lot of the powers that be, because we all know there's money in Black death, there's money in Latino death. Every time someone dies on the street, someone's getting paid. I mean, when you go to a crime scene, you'll see 7-8 cops standing around the crime scene. I mean, you go to the, you know, you get arrested for, you know, the person who kills the person gets arrested, goes to court. I mean, you got the court reporter, you got the sheriffs in there, you have the judge, you have the attorneys. Like, all these people are getting paid off of Black and Latino death, and it's just it's a messed up situation.
Hey, but if you was law enforcement or anybody that stature, would you want them to be at peace?
Right? Because that means you don't have a job.
And not just that. Not that you don't have a job, dog. All right. At this point, you got to think, 92. The killing's been going on for more than 10 years. So you got trained killers, dog. You got people who ain't afraid to mash. Dude, all that energy finna be channeled towards something. You know what I'm saying? Especially like, oh, we not the enemy. The oppressed, these are the oppressors, these are this. Man, same thing with the Black Panthers, dog. Come on, man. When you got that many people together on one accord, who ain't for the bullshit, who willing to stand up and die for what they believe in, man, you think they want to see that shit? Hell no. Divide and conquer. Let's keep them fighting. Let's do what we got to do to keep them in the uproar against each other. We don't want that energy channeled towards us. Let's fuel this fire right there between them. Okay, man, have you been watching that Dear Mama?
No, I'm on it though. It's in my queue, dog.
Dog. Man.
Are you
really
referring to Afeni Shakur being Pac's Black Panther background?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man. Hey, a force to be reckoned with, dog.
It's a trip how they shut the Black Panthers down right away, homie, but they allowed Crips and Bloods to flourish. You know what I mean? Because I feel like they could have put the kibosh on that if they really wanted to back in the day.
Come on. Yes, they could have. But just go back to where you're talking about the guns on the train tracks. Just talk about the drugs. Just talk about all the alcohol that's easily accessible. You know what I'm saying? You're intoxicated, you're not in your right mind. You're moving negligent, you're moving reckless. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Man, you go to these urban communities and all that kind of shit, not urban, these suburbs and these valleys and all that kind of shit. Man, we really don't see them liquor stores and stuff like that, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's facts, too. Orange County.
But when back home, is they man, you can't even go 3 fucking blocks without passing up 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easily accessible, and everything to keep your judgment cloudy, keep you moving in a reckless state, keep you from thinking rational, keep the drugs there, keep the guns there. The type of music that's being pressed and promoted and marketed to the youth, where this is the cool thing to be, dude. Come on, Dusty. You remember when there was groups like Child Called Quest, dog, the Boogie Down Productions, the Public Enemies, and the Poor Rights, and people who know the Jungle Brothers and the De La Souls, and the people who was like on some pro-black movement and some conscious stuff, and the X-Clans, and and really speaking to the depth of the soul about embracing who you are as being a black man and taking pride and all that. To you don't hear that.
Kill, gangster, shoot 'em up.
Murder, drugs, hoes. stock, sluts, like, and that's the image. That's what's being promoted. So what do all the youngsters want to strive to be like? What do they all want to grow up to be?
Yep. If you think about it, the dress scene in general even changed amongst regular people when music changed. Remember, let's say 89, 90, 91, we had like the kid and play bright clothes, and we had the African medallions, and it was pro-black, and we had Malcolm X hats and shit. And then fast forward 2 years, The Chronic comes out, and now even regular people got the baggy jeans, the baggy clothes, the big hats, things like that. Even the dress changed in that sense.
And that's real talk. And it's crazy that you mentioned The Chronic, because The Chronic, look, before The Chronic came out, I wasn't a weed smoker.
Right.
I probably didn't smoke weed in my lifetime. I can count on one hand the amount of times I hit something. Not even smoking, I done hit something. So when The Chronic dropped and smoking weed became the coolest thing to do, I became a chain smoker on weed, bro. To where it's to the point, at that time, I graduated from Diamond Bar High School. I went straight from Diamond Bar. I did a couple of semesters at Mount Sac, and then I started going to this medical school in Ontario for radiology to be an X-ray technician. Dog, when that Chronic dropped, I stopped going to school and everything. Dog, I ready to kick it.
Generation
I ready to get
influence.
high.
Damn.
Yeah, dead ass. And this is the kind of stuff I be telling my son. I'd be like, dude, because he's at the age now, he's 17.
Oof.
And he's smoking weed. And I fought him for the longest, dude. I fought him for the longest. I mean, I'm tipping dude up. I'm taking his phone from him. I'm just doing whatever I can do. And like, man, you don't need to be smoking weed, to the point it was a fight I lost, Dusty. Right? I started letting him do it.
It's a hard fight, homie. It's a hard fight.
Yeah, because now you're getting older. I don't want you to feel like you can't talk to me. You're going to do the shit, whether I agree with it or not. You're just not going to do it in my presence. But when you walk out the door, you're going to get down. And I want you, the more I press you, the more you're going to hold back from me. You're going to feel like you can't talk to me. Man, my dad always tripping, man. I'm like, damn, he's not a kid no more. He's growing up. He's about to be 18. So I had to ease back on dude a little bit. But I tell him is, dude, you can't be a junkie and a flunky, bro.
Right.
If this what you're going to do, don't make this your first party. Handle your business, dog. You shouldn't be failing in school. It shouldn't be making you to the point where you lazy and don't feel like doing nothing because you're so busy caught up just chilling and kicking it that you didn't let the day go by. You didn't let the week go by. You didn't let the month go by. Because time is something we don't get back, bro.
Facts, dog.
We don't get our time back, dude. These are your golden years right here. You don't got to worry about no overhead. You don't pay no mortgage. You don't pay no rent. You don't got to worry about the lights and the gas being on. Your phone bill. You don't got to worry about how you're going to feed yourself. You don't got to worry about none of this. This is your dad's problem. It's your dad's responsibility. All right, what's yours, though? These are the times right now where you should be going, man, 10 toes down, all gas, no brakes. So whatever you got to do to better your situation, dog, what can I do right now? Let me start laying the foundation. Let me start laying something for me, solid for me to build on.
Especially if rent is paid. Especially if rent is paid.
You say especially who?
Especially if dad's helping you out with rent, you know what I'm saying? At least, that's important, man. We didn't have that. I know I didn't have that. I started with zero, dog.
Come on, man. My pops wasn't around. You heard me say my auntie took me in. Because it was like my pops, he remarried. He remarried to a woman who had 4 kids, 4 girls. And then they had a daughter together. So that automatically became my pops' new family. Now, he paid his child support because it came directly out of his check. But as far as being a father, spending time, molding me, guiding me, and my pops was is a solid dude. Like, he came out here to Rialto, he had 2 houses with my mom that he lost, and now I see what was going on with that. Because once they divorced, how my mom went downhill so quick, she had to been doing drugs when her and my father was together, which was a big root of their problem. But once he remarried, man, he then came out here and bought 2 more homes. My mom's went downhill. So had my pops been in my life, man, things that I learned by trial and error, and it took me, man, to my 40s to really get my shit together. Man, I'm trying to show my son that stuff right now.
Speak, homie. Fathers are so important, dog.
Man, the most important, dude. Especially when it comes to raising these young men, bro. Because a mother can do so much. A mother can love them with mothers love, you know. But it take a father to raise a man, dog, and be like, look, this is what you need to do as a man, bro. This is what you need to do as a man. It ain't always about what you want to do. It's what you need to do.
Man.
What do you need to do? You do what you need to do right now so you can do what you want to do later. You don't want to be old, man, and finally it's clicking you and it's hitting you like a ton of bricks. You're like, damn, I should have been doing this. Yeah, the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Unfortunately, we can't rewind the hands of time. We can't. Now, it's never too late to start. But why start later when you can start now? And by the time you get of age, because my son's 17, I tell him all the time, dude, I got about $27,000 worth of equipment up in here, Dusty. Where he said he wants to rap. I start building. I'm like, dude, you got tools in this house right here, dude, where you could be a millionaire right here from this home. Tap in. I already know school not for you. You're not going to go to college.
And college ain't for everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. You're right, man. But do something. You know what I mean?
Start building. And it could be the smallest stuff. Like, we up here in the mountains. I'm like, dude, how many of your friends live in the mountains? None of them. Dude, do you know, like, if you just start going live and create a YouTube channel, I got one.
That
dude,
seed, dog. Content. Yeah. Man, that's a great concept.
You start walking around with your phone going live. You just start developing content.
What it's like to be in 10 feet of snow and, you know, shit like that. I'd watch that shit.
Come on, man. What? I try to get him to understand. And he hear me, but he don't feel me. Because if he felt me, but I'm telling him, he'll take heed and he'll implement it to his day-to-day get down. And he don't. And I'm just like, dude, you that time pass. Like, man, we was just out this blizzard, bro. Man, the things he could have, because I'm video recording everything. You follow me on IG, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm video recording everything.
Yep.
Dog. I'm putting all this stuff up there. And people like, damn, man, I can't believe it. And I'm telling dude, like, man, you can get way more people with it. You can reach more people than I can, dog. Like, I got a regular 9 to 5. I go to work. Like, my time is so limited. Like, man, you in this house all day. He homeschooled, so he don't physically go to school. I'm like, man, you in here all day, man. The things that you can do up in here, man. But hopefully one day it'll click and they'll register and he'll really take heed. Because he got everything he needs. I'm talking about, man, I got drones, I got phone gimbals, DJ equipment, production equipment, recording equipment where everything is, I mean, the judge is fully loaded. Whatever you need is right here, dog. Take heed, bro. How many of your friends rap? All of them. All right, man, you know they all need beats.
There you go.
They all need beats, right? Is that you heard the Hit Boy? Yeah, you know, dude from right here in Fontana. You know, he produced for the best of them. You think he better than you? He had the equipment. He started practicing and he perfected his craft. It's not going to happen overnight, but nigga, 5 years from now, you can be the man. But you got to start. So I just try to give him to understand, man. Hopefully he'll get in there registered and, you know, he'll make some of it. But fathers are very important. And not just with your sons, but especially with your sons, but with your daughters too. I have too.
Yeah, man. Because you don't want her finding, she don't want her finding another daddy. You got to be the daddy.
Come on now. And not just that. As a father, you got to set the bar. You got to set that bar high. Right. Because, and she said it from out her own mouth, and not only her mother said it. And her mother told me, she's like, man, yeah, I told Brittany, my daughter's name Brittany. So I told Brittany, like, man, when you marry somebody, you need to marry somebody like your daddy. I said, you told her that? She said, yeah. She said, and I meant it.
Wow.
You know?
That's the biggest compliment a man could get.
Come on, man. I almost brought a tear to my eye, bro. Because this is my ex saying this. This is somebody we didn't make it as a unit.
Wow.
But she tells my daughter this. You know what I'm saying? So it make me feel good. But I'm telling you, Dusty, it's been 7 years. April made 7 years since I had a drink. June will make 10 years. Will make 11 years. I'm already on my 10th. June 12th will make 10 years, 11 years since I smoked anything.
Wow.
So this is like the first time in my life, dude, since I'm like 14 years old.
Clear-headed.
Completely. It's nothing holding me back. And I feel like, and I cold turkey both.
Damn,
both of them, I cold turkey.
Right
just said, I'm not going to do it no more and stop. Now, I honestly believe you need to have a good enough reason to stop or start anything when it comes to that kind of shit. And both times, my reasoning was good enough. For the smoking, I was married to my first wife at the time, and we just split. We weren't going through our divorce yet, but we just split, and she told me if I ever tried to fight for custody of our son, I was going to have problems. So I'm just like, okay, what kind of problem you going to give me? The only thing I can think of is the weed. Why did I think of the weed? Because you already called my job once before and told them how I'd be at work selling weed and smoking weed and doing all this other kind of stuff. That just so happened the person who answered the phone was cool enough with me when he came and told me, hey, I don't know what's going on at home, but yeah, your wife called here. This is what she said. It's a good thing I answered the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what you're capable of doing. So I stopped smoking weed that day, dude. That was June 20th, 2012.
You know when a person's telling the truth is when they give you the exact date. If they ever say, it's been around 8 years, it's been something. Nah, when they tell you June 20th, 2000, like that's how you know shit is real.
June 20th, 2012, bro. I smoked my last anything with Dude Smack from the Young Giants.
Shout out Young Giants. Shout out Young Giants.
Shout out now known as the LA Giants. They adopted the
Young. Right, LA Giants. That's right.
Yeah, brought the Young, adopted the LA. Yeah, which we're going to have to go into the Giants too. But
those are Player Ham's sons, right?
Yeah, those are Player Ham's sons. Dude Smack and Big Joe West. We need to get them on here too.
Yeah. Oh, they've been on my show. Wait, no, I'm tripping. Player Ham's been on my show, not them. Yeah, let's get them on. We're gonna get them on for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna line that up.
Cool.
But I smoked my last blunt with him, and my last time having a drink, dude, was April 17th, 2016. My last time having a drink, dude, was April 17th, 2016. And what happened in that case was me leaving an all-night studio session. It's like 9:17 in the morning. I dozed off behind the wheel of the car 2 blocks away from my house, smack another vehicle.
Ooh.
And let's just say I ended up in that holding tank with a DUI. And I'm up inside the holding tank, dog. And I told myself right there and there, I'm just like, dude, I ain't drinking no more. But I just said it to myself. Now I get picked up. And as soon as I get in the car, man, as soon as the car door slams, boom. Now I verbally said out loud, I ain't drinking no more. I'm done. And I ain't had a drink since, bro.
Damn, I love hearing that, man. I'm proud of you, dog. Real talk. I love fucking hearing that. And those are 2 good reasons, because that car could have been someone, and you could be in prison for the rest of your life for hitting someone.
I hit a family.
Oh, my God.
And it looked like they would go their way to church.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then look, and they talk with a real strong accent, like they talk with an African accent. Ooh. And it was a youngster driving. It looked like he was probably like around 15, 16. He was the driver. The mother in the passenger seat, and I'm assuming his 2 younger siblings in the back seat. So I smacked the car. That's what I honestly fell asleep. That's what woke me up, the impact from me hitting the car. Damn. So I'm like, what? I pull over. I get out the car. I walk up to them. I'm asking for everybody all right or whatnot. They saying you're all right, and they all dressed up. They dressed up for church. I know for a fact they was on their way to church, man. They like suits and all that kind of stuff. Yato PD come. As soon as dude walked up to me, he already knew what time it was, dog. All night, man. We drinking all night, man. Like I said, it's 9:17 in the morning. I'm on my way home. I haven't been asleep yet. So that alcohol coming out my pores. But I can honestly say I wasn't drunk. I just reeked alcohol. because I probably had my last drink like 5 o'clock in that morning. That's when I had my last drink. So of course he asked me if I been drinking. I told him yeah. He asked me if I had my last drink. I said maybe around 5 o'clock. This and that dude had me sit on the curb. Then go talk to them. Come back. Dude started giving me the sobriety test. Dude, I passed all that shit, but I already admitted to been drinking and he smelled the shit. So when they had me blow into that breathalyzer, that's what killed game. When I blew above the legal limit. And that's how I ended up, them taking me in and whatnot. Now I'm going to tell you I'm not going to say the good part about it. And the only thing that can make sense of it to me is like they was illegals or something. Because once I went to court, I pled guilty and all that kind of stuff. And they told me how much my fine was and all the stuff I need to do as far as going to classes and all this other stuff. And then they gave me another court date for restitution because I hit a vehicle. Now, when I go back to court for the restitution, I'm sitting there. They do the calendar call. They don't call my name. So I go to the bailiff, to the deputy, and I'm just like, hey, I was like, well, showed him my ticket, like I got a court date today, but my name wasn't no roll call. And he's looking at the paper and he go over to some attorneys that's in right there or whatnot, and they turn around, they look at me. Dude, come back. He said, go home. Huh? He said, it's dismissed. Yeah, they've been trying to get in contact with the other party, and they've been non-responsive. When they were getting contact with them. So that saved me up out of the restitution. But the only sense I can make of it is they was illegals. Maybe they didn't have all their documents.
Right.
So they didn't even want to go through that legal process of going through the courts and all that kind of stuff. So they just left it alone. So that worked in my favor. But it's showing me that, dude, if you can quit that cold turkey on both aspects, man, there ain't nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it, Jay. That's the way I look at it. Like, man, what stops you from doing anything other than you? And you already proved to it that you can stop anything that you want to do and you can start anything that you want to do. I already proved it to myself. And then that's why I tried to show my son, like, dude, your pops ain't drinking or smoking. Like, you don't got to do all that to be in the in crowd. You don't got to do all that to be cool because your pops is cooler than the coolest of them. And he know it. No, I guess they all got to bump their head the way they just don't bump it too many times, man. Don't get caught up in no serious mess. Like, you don't want no DUIs. It ain't fun.
Oh, man. No.
Have you ever had any, Dusty?
No, I haven't. Knock on motherfucking wood. Woo, knock on wood.
It ain't fun, man.
It's not, but I know what it takes to get out of, to get back to normal, and it's not fun. It takes thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And once again, it could be worse just getting behind the wheel and killing somebody, man. Just ending someone's life. You know what I mean? Fuck the DUI. You getting behind a car and actually taking out a family. And oh, man, that's a big fear.
And that was the second time that happened to me. I dozed off another time before. Hit a light post, bro. Knocked the light post on the ground. Late night. Drinking. And the police let me call somebody to come pick me up, dude.
Wow.
I didn't even get a DUI behind that. He gave me a pass to a T.
Ooh.
So this happened the second time. That right there told me, like, Jay,
I ain't going to get a third time.
You're not going to get a third time. And that time, it can be detrimental. And that time, like you said, you probably take somebody out. Because both times, I actually hit something. First time the light post, this time I struck a vehicle. Dude, the next time, you're not going to be so lucky. So what you going to do? You're going to take control of this right now? Or you going to let it be out of control and then you're forced to go with the flow, whatever the control is that's going to be over your life? I want to be in control. How could you be in control? By having my senses, by not being negligent, by not being out here. And you want to know what I come to find out? I'm not missing nothing.
There it is. You're still at the same spot. I just saw we were just hanging out with less than a year ago at a spot. I see you everywhere. You're still hanging out with the Sugar Frees of the world and, just having a good time and doing your thing. You're just not partaking.
Yeah, I'm just not indulging. Exactly. And then I didn't change my friends. I didn't remove myself from them. That was the crazy part. And that's what everybody was tripping off of. Because they was just like, okay, he's not drinking right now. He'll be drinking next week. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all around me. Man, I became even more of a coffee drinker. I will say that. I started sipping on more coffee. And then every now and then I just like drink on them 0% Heinekens or Old Dudes or something like that. Like because I still like the taste of a cold beer, especially when it's real hot. Ain't nothing like a cold beer. So I got some in my freezer, my refrigerator right now, man. It's probably been up there for about 7 months. Haven't had an urge to crack none. I have a display cabinet right here in my studio. Now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at 4, 5 fifths of Remy. I'm looking at a fifth of Hennessy. I'm looking at some Patron right here. I got some Ciroc over there. Dude, I don't have an urge to touch none of it. None of it. That's how strong my will is. But I'm also showing my homies, I'm showing my peers. Like, dude, it ain't nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it and if you really want to do it. If you really want to do it, you can do it. I'm a prime example. I'm a living proof of that. Y'all seeing it. And like you said, I saw you at where? Where were we at? The Green Turtle?
Green Turtle in Whittier.
Yeah, Green Turtle in Whittier. Yeah, I was up there with glasses that night.
Yeah, that was a great time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we've known each other. Shit, we go back. I mean, we go back a minute, dude. We could almost. All right, so let's talk about the Spizzle real quick before I only got a few more minutes, and I want to give you a chance to plug anything you have going on. But the Spizzle, man, if it wasn't for the Spizzle, I literally wouldn't be here right now.
And Babe tells me that.
Man,
Babe told me you said that, dog.
Literally, homie, I'm not BSing. You know, let's go back to Buck, R.I.P., Mr. Buck. Great man, dude. Great man. Good friend. He left us way too soon. But he was the reason. Him, and then there was Silky D was involved in the mix. Silky D. Yeah. And they were doing this thing called internet radio. And keep in mind, this is early 2000s. I'm not knowing what the fuck. You know, I'm still listening to Power 106 and 92.3. But I go to the studio and I'm seeing they're pioneers, is what I'm saying, dog. Shout out to Bayleaf was there. Bayleaf is brothers with Blue Rag.
Blue Rag.
Yeah, shout out to Sin Loke. I mean, that they're all family. Just good times, man. Talk to me. What do you remember about the Spizzle, dog? And then we'll kind of lead into what you got going on now.
Okay, yeah, the Spizzle. But let me just get a little backstory. Me and Bay, we go back to like 1991. Me and Bay go back that far, man. And my second rap group that I was in was with Bay. Me, Bay, and Merk and Billy Joe. We had a rap group called Mixed Nuts. Nuts stand for niggas under tough situation. And we got that name from Big A and Blue Rag.
Shout out Big A, man. Big Arnold. My name is Arnold too, so that's where he had a famous, I'm gonna say hood famous record store on
Underworld Records, baby.
Underworld Records on Alondra and I think Castlegate or something like that. Right, right next to the chicken spot and the 2-for-1 pizza
Pioneer.
Joint.
I mean, not
Golden Bird, man. Underworld Records. If you don't know your history of West Coast hip hop, look it up. A lot of shit, man. But keep going.
Yeah, so that's how far Bay and I go back. So Bay always been the technical one. He went to school for computer stuff. So that's his line of work right now. He's in the computer field. So it don't surprise me that he would do an internet radio station. Which, Bay, man, like you say, Bay is a factor when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? On some realness. Because when you talk about the Mr. Buck, and I can only imagine what Buck would be doing if he was still alive right now. He
would be Sway in the morning right now, dog. He would be on that level.
I know he'd have a top podcast, all that. Like you say, he'd be a Sway in the morning, yes. Because Buck was there then. Just not on that level, but he was doing that. But had he still been here, yeah. But Bay and the Spizzle. So Spizzle was just something that Bay came up with, man. And really it was just like an internet radio station. Where even right now, he got all these drops from all these artists who was doing these songs for the Spizzle and all this kind of stuff. And then they started doing the interviews. That's how I met Buck. when they started doing the interviews. I remember KD was around for a while. Yeah, KD, baby. KD was around for a while, like you mentioned, Silky D and Cleopatra. And man, it was we used to have fun. And even now, they is still doing the spizzle. Still doing the spizzle.
The Shiznit show, right? I know that's on you.
That's Blue Rag. They're doing the interviews on the Shiznit. Shout out to my boy Blue. You know, hey, these are people, man. These are my day ones, man. Like this is really my family, man. This is more than just a friendship. This is a brotherhood with these cats right there. You know, but that bay leaf and that spizzle, man. If you don't know about the spizzle, that's SPIZZZLE.com. Spizzle Radio. You know what I'm saying? You go up in there. What he was doing, he wasn't playing some mainstream stuff, some popular artists, but man, if you was an underground rapper, somebody trying to get established and trying to make it, and you wanted your music heard, that was the place to be. That was the place to be, man. And there was internet radio, and we wasn't thinking internet was big back then because it wasn't. But you look at now, everything is on the net.
Yeah. This was 20 years ago, we're talking, at least.
At least, I mean, ahead of its time. Before its time. I can't even remember the last time I listened to the radio.
Exactly.
I can't tell you the last time I listened to the radio because I don't. But I'm tuned in, though, you know, to this net or whatnot. Yeah, so shout out to my boy Bailey. Still doing it big. He out there in Nevada right now. He out there in Vegas. And he's still going strong with the movement, man. Big A, still going strong with the movement. You know, Blue, still going strong with the movement. Everybody pressing their line. But when I first met you, Dusty, I met you at the Boogie.
Oh, the Boogie, man. Damn. Wow, the Boogie. I haven't heard that in shit. The Boogie, dude.
What was that group you were in?
So it was we had the Have-Nots, Wolfpack, State of Mind. It was one of those. Yeah, it was one of those.
I think it was the Have-Nots.
It was the Have-Nots. It was the Have-Nots. It was the Have-Nots, definitely. Yeah.
I saw y'all at the Boogie, and y'all was getting down at the Boogie, and I was like, damn, they different. Because I can remember, like, your style, like, you had, like, that high pitch where you remind me like a ad rock or something from the beat.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You know? Yeah, and all y'all styles was different.
Yeah. And
y'all was up there rocking. And that's the first time I saw you. And then we got to being around each other from being at the Copacabana
on Paramount. Man, you're taking me back, dude. Sheesh.
Come on now. Yeah, we go back like 4 flat.
Yes.
Yeah, Larry Moe had the barbershop right there.
That's right.
And then white boy Jason had the clothing store right next door to that. You know, and that
taking me back.
That was our hub every single day. That's where we was at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then even started doing shows and stuff at the Copa.
Yep. Bringing acts and everything. Yeah, just kept it going. And Buck ended up hosting a few shows, and KD was up there a couple times. Man, that was good times, dog. That was some good times. Good
times, man. You know, hey, we come a long way, man. Not only have we come a long way, we have experience.
Yes,
we have knowledge and we have wisdom, because that's what life does. Life give us the experience, give us the knowledge and the wisdom, man. And that's something that can't be taken away. But that's something that we can give to nourish these youth, man. You know, and help to build and to mold and to grow. You know, so it's beautiful to see you doing your thing, man. I was loving when I started tuning in. I was just like, damn, man, like this kind of look familiar. You know, and like, man, like this is him. And then I saw you at the Green Turtle, and I was just like, man, what's happening?
It was just like we seen each other the other day, right? It was just off top, all love, man.
All top, all love, man. But a beautiful thing. We're gonna have to, to come together and make it all make sense one day, though.
We will, man. We definitely will, man. What you got coming up next? I know you stay busy. Give us what's next for Jay.
All right, so I got a traditional, man. I've been working for the state for 24 years, man. So I got my regular 9 to 5 I go to. And I'm constantly, man. I just bought a house. This house up here in Running Springs back in July. So I'm just hustling, busting my ass right now, man. Trying to get my savings back right. You know what I'm saying? And keep everything We always got to have something for a rainy day and some cushion to fall back on, you know. So just man, working. I'm DJing.
Promote that 9 to 5, man. A lot of people think it ain't cool to have a 9 to 5 is the coolest fucking thing you could have. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something,
you
man.
can't focus on your hustle. If you have a side hustle, it's really hard to focus on that if you don't have money coming in. So I'm gonna tell people, don't never look down on the 9 to 5, man.
I think social media and the thing that people then look in, it don't think it's not cool to have 9 to 5. Let me tell you something. Cats that was having money back in the day is working the 95 today.
Thank you, dog.
100,000aires, millionaires, like literally, who is having money, man. Look at Gangster from Santana.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Who is having it is getting up, going to work now. And a lot of, I heard FG say this best. Dog was like, man, we was frowning and looking down on cats who was having 9 to 5s back then. He said, but now turning around, he said, man, all these cats is homeowners, retired, are close to retiring, got pensions, and I'm just getting started. You get what I'm saying? Like I just told you, I've been with the state for 24 years.
That's a blessing, homie. And that's all hustle right there.
Oh yeah. So I have the years to retire right now, but I don't have the age. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Like I'm 24 years, like invested. I'm 24 years investing in Social Security, but I don't have the age to retire. But how you were saying with the side hustle, dude, I DJ. Man, I'm always booked, bruh. I'm always booked. I just did a gig yesterday. Don't have no bookings for the next 2 weeks, but I have a booking for May 20th. Turn around and have a booking for May 27th. Turn around, I book for June 2nd, June 3rd, June 10th, June 23rd, and June 24th. Like these are the I already got deposits already locked in, dude. Ain't no time for excuses, man. We got it. I'm 49 years old. I tell my son this. There ain't no reason for you to be lazy, bro. I'm 49. I shouldn't be running circles around you, dog.
You.
You should be running circles around me.
Thank you.
I don't have the luxury to tell myself I'm tired. I don't feel like the mind control the body. If the mind tell the body I don't feel like getting up, the body ain't going nowhere. The mind got to say, even when you're tired, man, get up and go. The hardest part is getting up. Once you up, you move it. Once you moving, you at it. Once you at it, you getting things accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So at my age I'm at right now, I think of like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's a bunch of stuff I want to do. Then I also look back and I'm like, man, look how much you done got accomplished, though. Look how much you done got accomplished within the last year. It says a lot. So it let me know that I'm doing something right, and then just keep it moving. But yeah, if you got a side hustle, if you can't live on your side hustle right now, go get you a job, man. Go get your job. That don't mean stop your side hustle, but that means, you know, at the end of the day, all right, look, check it out. I told you I just purchased this home. This home, they want to see you as a job for X amount of years. They want to see your W-2s. They want to see your credit. You know what I'm saying? If your side hustle ain't a legitimate business where you filing taxes on it,
You won't have any of that.
and you're making a lot, yeah. So you got to have something. It got to make sense. And these are things you need to be thinking of when you're young. Start developing these things right now. Start getting these things into place right now. Start lining this stuff up right now. Better sooner than later when it comes to this kind of stuff. Really start solidifying your foundation. Said it before, we don't get our time back. Once time is gone, it's gone. We don't got time to be wasted. We are here on borrowed time. We all gonna check up out of here. But what did you do with your time while you was here? Don't waste it. Take it to somebody who don't waste the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm on track right now, but I'm thinking all the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like, man, what I'm doing right now, I feel like I could have did 20 years ago. I know I could, if my mind was there then.
Man.
You know,
Dude,
yeah.
Jay, that was a great conversation, homeboy. I really like these conversations. I hope everyone listening takes heed to what this man was saying. Thank you so much, man. Tell everybody where they can find you, dude.
Instagram is Jerry, Jerry.J.Jones.7. That's my Instagram right there. 2 J's, the Grown Folk DJ. Facebook, you can find me at Jerry 2 J's Jones. And I have a YouTube channel. I ain't gonna plug that because I don't have too much content. I need to start developing my YouTube channel, but you know that's something in the works right now. And I got a bunch of content. That's all I gotta do is just throw the stuff on there, man. And I haven't done it just yet, but I just spoke on it right now. So
put it in the air. It's an atmosphere now.
I just put it in the atmosphere, so now I got to move on it.
That's what's
up. I put it in the atmosphere to the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 J's Grown Folk DJ. I'm having fun with it. My 49 years of age, man. I'm living my best life right now. Ain't no better time than the present, man.
Man, you made me have a great night, dude. That was a positive conversation. I really appreciate it, man. And I'm gonna definitely stay in touch so we can keep this pushing in 2023.
Oh man, let's do that, man. And I'm be getting back at you so we can lock in the Giants, bro.
Perfect. Sounds good, man. Thanks, Jay. Have a great night, dude.
All right,
All right, peace, man.
Peace.